Hey guys, great to see you again. Joe here. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay, so if you find any of the videos useful, perhaps you could click on the like or the subscribe, or if you do the social media thing, then feel free to share these links far and wide. If anybody would like to donate, then I'll leave a link down below. That helps me out tremendously, keep everything up and running, yeah? Okay, so enough of all that kind of stuff. On with this week's lesson. So I'm going to take a look at the blues lesson. And in this lesson, we're going to look at some ideas and some kind of basic concepts that might help you get started if you haven't done this type of thing before. And in each lesson, I'll take a look at one particular blues shape. Okay, so what we'll do with this lesson is we'll start with the first position, as it were, in the key of A, all right? So I'll zoom in close so you can check that out and see everything a little bit more clearly. Okay, so let's take a look at the blues scale in the key of A, all right? So we start on the 6th string, 5th fret, then we go to the 8th, then we move down to the 5th string and play 5, 6, 7, then we move to the 4th string and play 5 and 7, then we move to the 3rd string and play 5, 7, 8, then we move to the 2nd string, 5 and 8, and the 1st string, 5 and 8. So that is the kind of blues scale in position 1. All right, now, so essentially anything around that will sound okay if you're playing the blues in A. So anything within that. So all of those notes come from that position 1, yeah? Now, it helps if we're on the 1 chord. Now, if you're trying to accompany yourself at the same time, think of that as a basic kind of A. Okay, so that's your 6th string, 5th fret, and 5th string, 7th fret. So that's your basic A. And if you move that down, you've got a basic D. And if you move it up 2 from there, you've got a basic kind of E. So you've got the 1, 4, 5, yeah, for your blues, and that works in any position. It's a bit different in the open position, but on all those kind of positions going up there. Okay, so you can kind of accompany yourself at the same time, as well as picking any of these notes out, and it adds an extra kind of discipline, because you're trying to think about the rhythm and just it makes your licks basic to start with, so you can just get a feel for the notes. Okay, and for any of you who are just getting started and you can't quite see what I'm doing and things like that, you know, I can tell you a few of these riffs and things, and I will do that, but I think it's kind of the point of this exercise is that you start trying to say, well, okay, that's my A, and therefore it's worth knowing that that note there is an A, the octave on the 4th string on the 7th fret is an A, and so is this note here, 5th fret 1st string is an A. So they're going to come in handy if you're playing the 1 chord. So I've used it there and I've used it there, and it reinforces the A. You get the idea? Landing on the A, yeah? All from the blues scale. can just play around experimenting. Now obviously you can just, you know, play the notes by themselves, but what kind of gives it the blues feel, if you like, is when you are, so you're doing sliding and things like that. If you add that kind of idea to your licks and a bit of vibrato and pull-offs, hammer-ons and kind of pull-offs, bends with vibrato. So you see, really, it's about dressing those notes up a little bit and kind of building licks. So the object of this exercise is to think, to try and explore, yeah, and see which notes are good to start on, which are good to end on, which don't seem to work quite as well as others, and things like that. And what I'll do at the end of this lesson is I'll be your rhythm guitarist, and you can kind of play your licks for a while, okay? So, one chord, it doesn't mean you have to use these roots. It just means they're good places to land if you're a little bit stuck, you can't think of, you know, or whatever, but ultimately, all the notes will work. And another couple of notes to add to this blues scale, okay, which can make it handy. So if you remember so far, we've got alright, so if we add to that simply that note there, 5th string 3rd fret, because you can okay, so here's a few licks to get you started if you're really, you know, not too sure and you're really just taking your first steps here, okay? Slide into that 5th string 7th fret, bit of vibrato on that 4th string 5th fret. So we got 7 on 7th fret 5th string, 5th fret 4th string, and then we go up to the 7th on the 4th string. So we have a bit of vibrato and then landing on the root. That time I'm just playing 2 notes, yeah, 5th string 7th fret, slide from the 5th onto the 4th string 5th fret and 2 on the 7th fret 4th string. Okay, 7, 6, 5 on the 5th string, 3, onto the 6th string 5th fret. Now bends and things we can try here. 5th string 8th fret. So that's just a onto the 1st string 5th fret. It's another one, just a hammer onto the 8th to the 5, hammer on, pull off. Okay. Now you see, for a lick like that, I'm only plucking the plectrum there a few times. A lot of it is hammering on, pulling off, sliding, pulling off. So that's just a bend. 8, 5 on the 2nd string. First and second strings, 5th fret, second string, first string, second string, 8th fret bend, first string, 5th fret. Third string, 7th fret, slide, 7 to 8 and back again. Pull off, 7 to 5. Sixth string, slide from 3 to 5. 5th string, 3rd fret, onto the 5th fret, back to the 3rd, back to the 6th, 5th fret. Lick 4. Fourth string, 5 to 7. 3rd string, 5 to 7. Bend, back down, back to 5 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 4th, 3rd string, 3rd string, 5th fret, 4th string, 7th. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play you a few chords and you can experiment for a while going over them, yeah? So we've got along with this. Alright, so here we go. After 4, we're going to start on the A, go to the D and the E, and I'll just play a little while in case any of you would just like to experiment playing over the top of it, yeah? And then once you can do that, perhaps you can do your own rhythm like I was doing, you know, just basic stuff. But first off, try this to see how you go. Okay, so after 4, 2, 3, 4.